Hello. Today we are going to learn about elements, compounds, and mixtures. Have you ever wondered what makes up the world around us? Yes, everything. From the air we breathe to the clothes we wear to the food we eat is actually made up of tiny particles called matter. Then, what is matter? Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. Let us see the examples of properties of matter, which includes color, shape, size, texture, density, and state. Let's have a look at each of these properties in detail. Color is a property of matter based on how light is reflected off it. Shape is the form of an object such as round, square, or triangular. Size is the measurement of an object, that is, how big or small something is. Texture is how something feels when touched. Density is the amount of matter found in a certain amount of space. State is the physical form of matter such as solid, liquid, or gas. Now, let's talk about the atoms, which are the basic building blocks of matter. Atoms are made up of three types of particles, such as protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons have a positive charge, neutrons have no charge, while electrons have a negative charge. Protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus or the center of the atom, while electrons orbit the nucleus. This arrangement is what helps us to make up the elements that we learn about in class. What is a molecule? A molecule is a group of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. The simplest molecule contains only two atoms and are called diatomic molecules. For example, oxygen. Most molecules are made out of two or more atoms of different elements like a water molecule. Can you think of any other molecule? Scientists have classified matter based on what it is made up of. Broadly speaking, matter can be classified into two, that is, pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are made up of only one type of substance, whereas mixtures are made up of more than one type of substance. Pure substances can be further divided into elements and compounds, where an element is made up of only one type of atom and a compound is made up of more than one type of atom. Similarly, mixtures are of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Like the name says, homogeneous mixtures have uniform composition of various substances and heterogeneous mixture has a non-uniform composition. To summarize everything, matter can be classified into two broad categories, that is pure substances and mixtures. A pure substance is a form of matter that has a constant composition, means it's the same everywhere, and also the properties that are constant throughout the sample, means there is only one set of properties such as melting point, color, boiling point, etc. throughout the matter. Then a material composed of two or more substances is a mixture. A mixture is a physical blend of two or more components, each of which retains its own identity and properties in the mixture. An element is a pure substance made up of only one type of atom. That means all of the atoms in a given element are identical. There are about 110 known elements in the universe. 92 out of these are found naturally on Earth or in the atmosphere. The rest are synthetic or made in the laboratory. Each has its own unique set of properties. For example, elements can have different melting points and boiling points, different densities, and even different colors. Most elements are usually found mixed with other elements in chemical compounds. Compounds are made up of elements in a fixed ratio. For instance, in the compound water, there are always two parts of hydrogen for every one part of oxygen. The properties of compounds are unique and different from the properties of elements that makes up the compound. A mixture is a combination of two or more substances that are not chemically bonded together. This means that the substances can be separated through physical means. Examples of mixtures include salt water and air. Salt water is a combination of salt and water, while air is a combination of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. There are mixtures where matter is made up of pure substances which are mixed and not bonded together. When you combine two compounds, you get a mixture. And when you combine an element in a compound, you also get a mixture. Combining an element with an element will also produce a mixture. You can produce mixtures with lots of ingredients, and you can also produce mixtures with only a few ingredients. A homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the composition is uniform throughout the mixture. For an example, a glass of salt water is homogeneous because the dissolved salt is evenly distributed throughout the entire salt water sample. Heterogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the composition is not uniform throughout the mixture. For an example, a bowl of sambar is a heterogeneous mixture. Any given spoonful of sambar will contain varying amounts of the different ingredients and other components of the sambar. Pure substances can be either chemical compounds or elements. Compounds can be broken down into elements by chemical reactions, but elements cannot be separated into simpler substances by any chemical means. In summary, most matter consists of mixtures of pure substances which can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. We hope that you have learned what are elements, compounds, and mixtures. See you all soon. Happy learning!